Okay, so I know you saw the thumbnail of this video and you're probably like, what? Stop making minimum payments on your debt. You just talked about how you paid off close to $4,000 of credit card debt. What are you talking about? All right, I know it sounds crazy, but please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to tell you all about it. All right, guys, so back in 2018, when I was getting my master's degree, I took out a personal loan from my credit union for about $4,000 because I wanted to get a certification in something else that was outside of my program. And I took out a personal loan to do that. Not a good decision. Definitely something that I wish that I could go back and change, because it wasn't like a need at the time. It was just something that I wanted to do, and I could have just, paid for the classes piece by piece. That would have been perfectly fine. But I was not being financially sound. I definitely was not financially literate back then. Of course, I'm on a debt-free journey. I'm reading a lot of books surrounding financial literacy, listening to podcasts, and just broadening my knowledge in that area. So looking back on it, definitely something that I should not have done, but I did it. And I've actually been paying on it, y'all, paying on $4,000 since 2018. That is a mess, especially because I recently paid off close to $4,000 in credit card debt in 6 months. So, it really didn't make sense that I was still paying on this debt. So this week, we got our stimulus checks, or most people did. I got mine. And I took some of that money to pay off this balance that I had. So I paid off that balance. It is $0. I am so happy. Also, make sure when you're paying off a debt that you get a letter from the creditor that states that you have paid off your balance in full and that your remaining balance is $0. So make sure that you get that so that you can keep for your own records. That is so important for you to have. But I paid off that debt, and I was just reflecting, over the last 6 months, I've been using the debt snowball to pay off debt. I've been doing it really quick. Crazy quick. I've just been, throwing money at my debt, and it's been coming off. I've been seeing a lot of great progress. But I was just thinking, Dugan, you were making the minimum payments, and then they would always have these, skip a payment, during the holiday season or during the summer months. And I would take advantage of that from time to time. And really, that was me giving them more money, giving them more interest. And then I had to pay a $25 fee to even participate in that. So I was just thinking about all of the money that I just gave away to that loan when I should have been paying more than the minimum balance. So when I say stop paying the minimum balance on your debts, of course, you still need to be paying, the balance of your debts, but you need to give a little more. I know for some people, you may only be able to give $10 extra. Guys, if that's all you can do, fine, go with it, because the more you give, the more you'll start to see more money just come out of nowhere. So stop paying the minimum balance on your debts, okay? You don't want to be paying on something for years. I don't remember how much interest, how much money I paid in interest. I'm sure I could go back and find that. I actually don't even want to know. I'm just glad it's paid off. But by paying the minimum debt, it slows down your progress. You give the bank more money, which is what they want, and then you just stay in debt even longer. So if you're working the debt snowball, just be sure to, of course, make sure that you're still continuing to keep all payments current. But if you have that extra, of course, the debt snowball works is that your smallest balance, that you are going to be paying extra to that. But if you can pay extra to those other debts, whether it's $10, $20, $30, do so, because you don't want to give your hard-earned money away in interest, basically free money to the bank or to whatever creditor that you're paying, just because you want to skip a payment, or you're just trying to pay it down over time. Nah, guys, we got it. When you're paying off debt, you got to give it your all. It's like all or nothing. So whatever extra that you get from someone who just paid off close to $4,000 in 6 months, I would, and I did that because I was paying over the minimum balance. I was paying like double, triple sometimes. I remember I'd be going to make like a second payment for that month, or sometimes a third payment, and I would get an alert like, you know, you just made a payment on so-and-so day. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. I want to be debt free. So definitely, if you can, make sure that you do whatever it takes to go above and beyond the minimum balance. I know for me, like just in my career and just in my life, like I never want to give the minimum. Like I always want to give extra. And that's kind of how you have to look at it when you're paying off debt. You know, nobody wants a minimal person. Nobody wants to, you know, be involved with somebody who's just giving the minimum. You know, think about it like that. Give it your all and you will start to see great progress, I promise. All right, so update on my debt-free journey. I now have only 2 more items until I'm debt-free. So I'm going to keep you updated on that. Of course, I'm going to still be working my debt snowball, not paying the minimum balance, going above and beyond as much as I can. And I would encourage you to do the same if you're on this journey as well. But I will be doing more updates throughout the time of this journey. And as I make different progress, as I come across different knowledge, I'll be sure to share that with you. So stay on the lookout for that. I hope you like this video. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you have any questions. Are you on a debt-free journey? Are you working the debt snowball? What are some things that you have found out that could possibly help somebody else out? Drop down in the comments and let me know. Be sure to check out my blog, DuganDiggsDisability.org. I actually posted 2 new blogs on yesterday, so make sure you stop by there and check them out. And I'll see you next week. Bye.